Welcome, and thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste. I'm Mignon from One Raw Yoga, and this is Morning Flow. It'll be a gentle movement, a gentle flow of movement that will wake up your body. And if there's anything that we do today that bothers you, just come to a gentle resting pose or whatever is comfortable for you. So we'll get started in just a few moments, and we will start in child's pose. So whenever you are ready, you can either keep your knees together or separate your knees as wide as your mat. Try to keep your hips closer to your heels and just stretch your arms forward. So that's where we'll start. And just rest there for a few moments. Come to your child's pose, separating your knees as wide as your mat. And just bringing those hips back and stretching your arms far forward. And just breathing deeply while you're in your child's pose. Take a deep breath in through your nose and open your mouth and sigh it out. So do that a few more times. Okay, so we're gonna pose for a few more breaths. So if you'd like to set an intention for this morning's practice, you can do so now. And on your next inhale, walk your hands over to the right, stretching out the left side of your body. And then take a walk over to your left. Good, and then come back to center. Stretch your arms as far forward as you can, coming onto the fingertips. And on your next exhale, rise and come into a comfortable seated position. We're going to work on our neck and stretching out our shoulder a little bit this morning. So when you're in your seated position, just connect to your mat, close down the eyes. We're just going to do a little nod of the head. So bringing the chin up and bringing the chin down. You don't have to extend the chin all the way to the sky. You can do just little nodding up and down. Notice how your neck feels this morning. And then if you choose, you can extend the nod, bringing the chin all the way up and then all the way down. Notice how the back of the neck feels. Notice how the throat feels. Good. And then bring the head back to central and start to turn the head from left to right. Keep it gentle. Keep the eyes closed. Just those little gentle movements. Start to engage the core so you can sit up taller and pull the shoulders back. And now as you inhale, turn the head as far to the right as you can go without straining. And then as you exhale, take it as far to the left as you can go. And notice how this feels. We'll take one more inhale and one more exhale. And then we'll bring the body or the head back to center. Place your right hand down on the ground outside of your hip. We're going to inhale the left arm up and over. We're going to circle out the wrist while it's there. And then we're going to circle that left hand forward as we inhale. Reverse our circle and circle it back as you exhale. So if this causes the shoulder any pain, then don't do it. The next time that left hand gets forward, go ahead and place it on the ground. Try to stretch out the lower left side of the body. Option to look to your right while you're here, looking back behind your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to circle that wrist all the way up and back. Reach for the back left corner of your mat. Bring your right hand over to your left leg. Now we're taking it into a spinal twist. So keep the spine straight. Don't lean back here. Just stretch back with that left hand. Inhale. Exhale and come back to center. We'll do 3 breaths of alternate nostril breathing. So you can close down the eyes and listen, or if you need to watch, we'll inhale through both nostrils. We'll take our right thumb, close the right nostril on the exhale. Inhale and switch. Use your ring finger to close your left nostril. Exhale and inhale. And that's the breath. So you can begin if you haven't already. And that's 3 deep breaths in and out of both nostrils. When you're done with your 3 deep breaths, bring the hand down, breathe naturally. And then take your left hand down to the ground. Inhale your right arm up and over. Notice how this side feels. Start to circle your wrist, circling it forward as you inhale. Reverse the circle and take it back as you exhale. The next time the hand gets forward, hold it on the ground and stay there or look back behind your left shoulder. Keep reaching with that right hand. Try to feel the stretch in the right side of your body. Inhale and exhale. Start to circle it back. Reach back for the back right corner of the mat. Left hand comes to the right leg. Take your spinal twist. Try to sit up tall with your fingers down. And come back to center. Find your tabletop position. We'll do 4 cat and cows. So hands and knees. When you're ready, inhale to your cow. Send the belly down towards the earth. Stretch out the core. And exhale, chin to chest. Squeeze the belly and round. 3 more. When you get your cat, start to tighten your belly, waking up your abs this morning. And 1 more. When you're ready, we're going to spread the fingers wide. The thumbs will face each other. We're preparing for down dog. So try to get a suction with the tips of the fingers and try to send your elbow creases forward. And then tuck your toes and find your downward facing dog. Send your hips high, let your head be free. Bend your knees, play around with how you want to be in this pose this morning. We'll be in our down dog for 2 more breaths. On your inhale, lift your heels. Send your belly towards your thighs and tiptoe yourself to the front of the mat. When you get there in your forward fold, if you like to reach for your elbows or the back of your legs, go ahead and dangle yourself heavy while you walk in place or sway side to side. Both hands on the right leg, the lower right leg. Hold on to it. Bend your elbows, bend your left knee, and just try to fold over that right leg. And then take it over to the left. Hold on to the left leg, bend the right knee, bend the elbows to stretch a little deeper. And then back to center. Inhale, half lift. Pull the navel in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Bring the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. We'll close the eyes, wiggle down the shoulders, engage your core, and get really heavy in the feet. Prepare to flow. Ground yourself. And as we begin to flow through these movements this morning, try to be aware of your breath, of your mind, and of your body. When you're ready, open the eyes. Inhale the arms straight forward. Push the hips forward. Squeeze the belly. And on the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back with your right. Gently lower the knee. Push the hips forward. And inhale, look up. You can keep the back toes tucked if you want a stretch. And now we'll take it back. We'll stretch out that leg. Inhale while we're there. Exhale, bring it forward. So we'll do 2 more rounds of this. Inhaling, straightening the leg, taking it back. Exhale forward and look up. Next time the knee is bent, tuck your back toes. If you untucked, lift your back knee. Step back to plank. Engage your core and inhale when you get there. Exhale, let's lower the knees. Take our first chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale back to down dog. And anytime you want to substitute down dog for child's pose, you know that's available for you. We'll separate the feet as wide as our mat and just start to sway our hips from left to right. And as you sway, start to walk forward. Keeping that sway as you just walk yourself into that forward fold. Hang heavy, soften your knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, now left side. Take a moment for yourself first. And then when you're ready, inhale the arms straight forward. Squeeze the belly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back with left. Lower the knee. Push the hips forward as you look up. Inhale. And as you exhale, send it back. Straighten the leg. 2 more. Inhales and exhales. That last one, hold it for 2 breaths just to feel your stretch. And then lift your back knee and step back to your plank. Let's engage the core. Start to sway the hips from left to right. So bringing your left hip down a little and then your right. Getting deeper into the core. Bring the hips back to center. Lower your knees. Take your chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra or up dog. Exhale to your down dog or child's pose. Breathe it out for 4 breaths. If you're in child's pose, find that down dog. On your inhale, we'll bend the knees, look between the hands, take the biggest step you can with your left foot, and then your right foot, and then walk yourself the rest of the way, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms, come up. Exhale, take a reverse prayer behind the back. Separate your feet about hip distance. Squeeze your palms together, close your eyes, and roll your shoulders back with that reverse prayer. If this bothers your shoulders, then just pull them back. Just gentle circles of the shoulders or squeezing the blades, engaging and opening the chest. Now open the eyes, peek down at the feet, make sure they're leveled with one another. You don't have one foot forward more than the other. And then release the arms. Inhale. And on your exhale, start to bend the knees, hinge at your hips, reach for your elbows when you get down below. Hang heavy and take turns straightening one leg, push back into that hip, then straighten the other, push back. And then release. Inhale, half lift, squeeze the belly, hold your half lift. Try not to lock your knees, so soften your knees and push back into your sits. Option to look up on the inhale, and then exhale, tuck the chin. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. And take it into your fold and step back with your right foot. Find warrior 1. So align your front and back heel as much as you can. Rise into your warrior. Square off those front hips, those hips forward. Good. We're going to inhale, find cactus arms, squeeze the belly and look up. Try not to arch the back. Hold for 3. Inhale for 2. Exhale, circle the arms forward, back to that warrior 1, and then flip your palms towards the back of your mat. Lengthen, option to squeeze the belly and look up. Good. Bring the hands down on your exhale, step back to 3-leg dog. So send that left leg in the air. Press down into that right heel. Take a breath in. Exhale, option knee to nose. If you're taking this option, point the toes. Try to hold for 3, 2, and then step that left foot down. Add your chaturanga. Flowing with your breath, and then resting in your resting pose, whatever that looks like for you this morning. If you're taking your child's pose, think about sending your tailbone up, lengthening through your lower body. Think about strengthening your upper body. So nice, strong hands, strong shoulders. If you're in child's pose, think about letting go and breathing and relaxing. If you're in child's pose, on your next inhale, find your down dog. When we get into down dog, we're going to bend the knees, look between the hands, take the biggest step that we can with the left foot, and then the right foot meets, and then walk the rest of the way. Inhale, rise. Hold it at the top. Reach, 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 and then turn the palms away from each other. Squeeze, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back with left. Find warrior 1 on this side. When you get in your warrior, you square off your hips. Notice how this side feels. Squeeze the belly. Reach up, look up. Find cactus arms. Squeeze those blades. Nice spread fingers, fingers facing forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, circle the arms back to warrior 1 arms. And then flip your palms to face the back of your mat. Squeeze the belly, reach, look up if you'd like. Inhale. And exhale, hands go down. Step to that 3-leg dog, right leg in the air. Lengthen through the right side. And then bend the knee, knee to nose, and hold if you're taking that option. Point the toes, squeeze the belly. And then lower your right foot, take your chaturanga. And then rest for 4 breaths. One more breath to rest. On your inhale, find your downward facing dog if you're not already there. We're going to bring that left leg up in the air on the inhale. And then on the exhale, swing your left foot between your hands or help it. Turn your back toes out. Windmill your hands up into warrior 2. Relax down into the shoulders. Try to bend a little deeper as you squeeze your belly. Inhale. And as you exhale, windmill those hands back down. Turn your back toes to face forward. And inhale, your left arm rises. So rotate at the shoulders. If you need to lower your back knee, you can do so. Hold for 2 breaths. Good. Lengthen through that back leg for the last breath. And then bring your left hand down. Turn those back toes out once again. Root down into your left foot. Drag your right foot about halfway forward. Then see if you can lift that leg, coming into a standing split. So the leg is lifted, the toes are pointed, your hip is squared. So if you've got that right hip lifted like you're stacking it, bring it back down to meet the left hip. And then if you want to play around with balance, maybe you try to hold on to the left leg with your left hand and just use your right hand as a placeholder, or you just work on sending that leg up. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Bring the hands back down, step back, find warrior 2. Yeah, we haven't done it that one in a while. So I want you guys to think about your glutes and squeeze them, especially that right one. And send the pressure down into the foot. So really activating your back leg. Now start to inch your front leg forward. Start to bend a little deeper. Keep that engagement of your back leg. Then straighten your front leg. Find that engagement of both legs. So squeeze both glutes. Push your pelvic bones forward. Reach forward. Hold. Inhale. As you exhale, take the left hand behind you. Look down at your left big toe. Keep that engagement. Take your right hand behind your head. See if you can lean a little deeper into that left leg. And then we'll squeeze everything to come up. Bend into your front knee and take it back. If your right arm bothers you, bring it down to the ground or to your leg. Okay, now let's release both arms. Windmill the hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale back to down dog. When you're ready, inhale your right leg up. And on your exhale, try to get that right foot between your hands and find your warrior 2 on this side. When you get into your warrior, relax down, open up that front knee, squeeze the belly. Good. Make sure your feet are equally distributing the weight. And then when you're ready, we're going to windmill the hands down, turn the back toes to face forward, and inhale the right arm up. Good. Try to press firmly into that front foot, heel down. And then when you're ready, bring both hands down, lengthen through that back leg, turn the heel down, windmill the arms back, warrior 2. Did I forget something? This round, we'll do the leg. Okay. So from here, thank you. Okay. So from here, we're going to engage that back leg, lengthen, press into your back heel. And then we're going to straighten out our front leg. We're going to reach that front arm behind us. Inhale, come on up. Take your back hand behind your head. Hold it. Then we'll squeeze, come up, reverse it, bend into your front knee. Then bring it back into your warrior two. Windmill your hands down. Root down into your front foot. Slide your back leg halfway forward. And then lift that leg up and play around with your standing split. Holding on to the leg. Remember to keep the hips squared. Two more breaths. And then step back, warrior two. And then add your chaturanga. And we'll hang out in cobra for a couple of breaths. And then we'll pull the navel in, bring the hips so that they're stacked above the knees. Come onto the fingertips and take puppy dog. So stretch out. Try to stretch the lower back. Try to stretch the shoulders. Spend about 3 more breaths in your pose. Good. All right, on your next inhale, find tabletop. If you need cushion under your knees, we're going to be doing a little balancing and strengthening. I would say add your cushion under your right knee. And we'll start with the left leg straight, but the toes down, and the right arm straight, but the fingers down. So you can stay here, or if you choose to take it up a level, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg, and the right arm and left leg. Then we're going to take it out to the side, both arm and leg. Then we're going to bring it back together and send the elbow to the knee. Crunch. And then we go back to start with the hand and the foot lowered. We'll do 2 rounds. So inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take it out. Bring it in and crunch. 1 more. Go back to start. Inhale, take it up. Open it. Bring it in. Crunch it. And then lower. Windshield wiper your hips. Come back to your breath. If you need to stretch out the wrists, do so. All right, other side. When you're ready, straighten your right leg, toes down. Straighten your left arm, fingers down. Engage the core. Inhale, bring the arm up. Exhale, take it out. Bring it in and crunch. Back to where we started, and then 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Reset, and last one. Good. And lower down. This time we're going to take circles. Maybe you come onto the elbows and just circle the hips. Draw a circle. Good. Next, we'll be coming into pigeon, unless you prefer to take reverse pigeon. If so, head on to your back. If you're joining me in pigeon, we're going to tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. We'll start with the right leg. Inhale the right leg up. Bend the knee and get the knee between the hands. Swing it through. Lower it down. Make sure that your back, heel, and hip are aligned. And then lengthen. Try to send that left leg as back as far as you can. And then we'll come up onto the fingertips, stretch out the front body. And then as you exhale, bring your right hip down. And this is what you don't want to happen. You just want to feel it. And then you're going to engage the core, bring the hips back to center, and then sway them over to the left. Okay? And then squeeze the belly, try to lengthen through the torso. And now we'll bend forward, bend into the elbows, and then make a little pillow or a prayer pose for the head. Three more breaths in your pigeon. On the next inhale, come back to your hands. We're going to sway our hips to the left and look behind our right shoulder. And then sway your hips to the right, look behind your left shoulder. And then gently roll onto your right hip. Help your left leg around, come right into your spinal twist, crossing the left leg outside of the right. Lift up into the hips and then sit them back down in the center. Okay. Now we're going to hug with the right and twist to the left. So take a deep breath in, sit up tall, reach your right arm forward, grab a hold of that left leg, and twist. Look back behind your left shoulder. And then come out of your twist and stack the legs. I haven't done this one in a while. I know some of you don't like it. But if you're not able to stack, you're going to cross the left in front of the right. But if you're able to stack, sit back into your hips, sit up tall, and then option to take eagle arms if you'd like. So if you don't want to take eagle arms, you can just lean forward and feel that in your hip. If you want to take eagle arms, we're going to inhale, the arms open, and then cross the right arm under the left, either reach for your shoulders or try to your legs. And with that eagle, you can pull the elbows forward as the body goes forward, and then you can fold unless it's too much on the shoulders or the hip. If you took eagle arms, slowly come up, release the arms, bring the hands behind you, and just send the chest forward as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Bring the chin to the chest and make a half circle with the head. Good. And slowly come out of it. Help that left leg back behind you and find tabletop. and then down dog so we can do pigeon on the left side. So when you get into tabletop, if you need to circle out a hip or make any little movements, do so. And then when you're ready, find your downward facing dog and inhale that left leg in the air. And on the exhale, swing the knee between the hands. Find your alignment, bring your foot over a little, and then look back. Make sure that your right heel and hip are aligned. Okay. And then from here, we're going to sway the hips to the right and then to the left. And then back to the right and try to lengthen as you inhale, sit up tall. And as you exhale, bend the elbows and come down into your pigeon with prayer hands or whichever option you did before. Bring your hips to the left a little bit. A little more if possible. 3 more breaths in pigeon. When you're ready, come back to the hands. Sway hips to the right, look behind your left shoulder. And then sway hips to left, look behind right shoulder. And then gently roll onto your left hip as you help your right leg around, coming right into your spinal twist. Bringing the hips back to the center, sitting up tall, hugging with your left and twisting to your right. Opposite legs. I think we're going to stop. Slowly come out of your twist when you're ready. Try to stack that leg or cross that right on top of left. Sit back into your hips. If you took eagle, that eagle option, you're going to open the arms and cross left under right, so opposite arm. And then pulling the elbows away from the body as you lean forward and try to fold. Slowly coming out of your pose, bringing the arms behind you, sending the chest forward, and closing the eyes, making a half circle if it feels good on the neck. Good. All right, let's release and straighten both legs. Make sure that you're sitting up tall. Try to find that nice L shape with the body. You can have your hands down by your side, rolling your shoulders back. We're going to point and flex the feet. And then send your toes to the left, and then to the right, and then just make a circle with the ankles. Good. Reverse your circle. And then flex both feet. Inhale, put both arms up. On the exhale, try to hinge at the hips. So just reach forward and hold it. And keep reaching as if I was pulling your arms. And then on your exhale, lower down and hold on to the legs wherever you land. Pull back into the shoulders. Try to get a flat back here. See if you can bend the elbows and pull the upper body a little closer to the lower. Search for a stretch in the lower back. And then we'll come into a comfortable seat. So that might look like this, might be butterfly, might be cross-legged. We'll do a couple for the elbows and wrist. But before we do, is there a pose that we haven't done in a while or something particular that someone wants to do? Okay. All right. Let's bring the arms out to the side, palms face up. As we inhale, we'll bring the hands to the shoulders. Bring the elbows up to align with the shoulders, and then continue. Inhale. Exhale. You can do this. And then notice if your shoulders have shrugged up to the ears. And the next time your hands get to your shoulders, relax them down, but keep your elbows aligned with the shoulders and continue. Inhale out, exhale back. Once again, pause at the shoulders, bring the elbows up, relax the shoulders, and then continue. We'll do 3 more. Now bring the elbows forward. As you inhale, see if they can touch. And as you exhale, open it back, squeeze the blades. Inhale. And as you exhale, pull the shoulders down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And now the fingers. Relax your shoulders. If you need to circle them, you can. We're going to curl one finger at a time. Make a fist. And again. 3 more of those. Good. All right. Now find a place to stare at that's not moving on the floor. And I want you to just stare at it. And inhale through your nose. Sniff in a little more. Tighten your belly. And hold. And then close your eyes as you exhale. Sigh the breath out and lean forward. And start to circle to your right, nice and slow. And as you circle, visualize that space that you were just staring at, that spot that wasn't moving. Continue to visualize it as you circle around slowly. The next time you get back to center, sit up tall, inhale, open the eyes, find that space, that spot that you were staring at, and stare at it again. Deepen the breath. Inhale. Inhale a little more. Slowly exhale as slow as you can out of your mouth. One more of those breaths. Inhale fully through the nose, sniff in a little more, and then let it sneak out of your mouth slowly. Now inhale through the nose, hold it, inhale a little more, tighten the belly, close the eyes, lean forward as you exhale, and then circle to your left. Just this slow, still visualizing that spot that you were staring at. One more circle. Try to soften the face. Relax into the shoulders. Relax the hips. Coming back to center with the eyes closed. Just notice how that made you feel. And then we're going to open the eyes and straighten the legs. Scoot forward because we will be heading to the back after this hug that we take. So we're going to soften the knees, feet hip distance, flatten the feet, actually, so bend the knees. You want your belly to go between your thighs. We're going to reach for the wrists behind the thighs or knees, or the fingertips. And then wherever you are, try to sit up tall. So really squeeze the belly and straighten the back. Think about pulling back into the shoulders. Good. And then think about relaxing the shoulders. Now slide your feet forward just a little bit, but keep the belly and thigh connected. So follow the legs with the torso. And then try to sit up taller. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs a little more. Keep that hug. Inhale, try to lengthen. Exhale, try to hug a little deeper. Now you can start to fold as you straighten your legs little by little. Just hug the upper and lower body. Good. Now use your core and see if you can slowly start to slide those feet closer in. So start to bend the knees, but keep that connection, that hug, until you can't bend the knees anymore. And then we're taking it to our back. So you might need to release the hug and just hold on. Or if you can continue to hug, you're going to roll yourself back as slow as you can, coming onto your back with a hug. Rocking side to side when you get there. Massage your lower back. You can make circles if you haven't already. Let's lower our left foot down on the ground. Keep the knee bent. Inhale the right leg up. Point and flex the foot. Then point the toe and slowly take the leg over to your right, as far to the right as you want to go. Take it slowly and support the leg with your right hand if you need to support underneath. When the leg gets as low as you want to take it, look to the left. And keep pointing the right toes to lengthen that right side. Now, as you inhale, bring your head back to center, engage your core, bring your leg back to center, and cross it on top of your left. Scoot your hips to the right and find a spinal twist, allowing the knees to fall to the left. We're going to reach the right arm above our head and look to our right. Bring the head back to center. Bring the knees back to center. Uncross the legs, bring the hips back in the middle of your mat. And then straighten your left leg, point and flex your left foot. Keep the right knee bent. Then we'll point the left toes and take the left leg out to the left as far as you want to go. When you get to your lower level, look to the right. Bring the head back to the center, bring the leg back to the center, cross the left over right. Scoot your hips to the left, find your spinal twist, knees go to the right, reach your left arm up and look to the left. And hopefully that feels good. I don't know about you, but that cracked my back pretty good. So breathe slowly, a few more slow breaths. Good, and coming out of your spinal twist on your next exhale. Uncrossing your legs, take a happy baby or a hug. And just rock side to side, massaging your back one more time. And then you can take Sleeping Tiger or any other inversion that you'd like today. If you're taking Sleeping Tiger, just straighten the arms and the legs up towards the sky. You don't have to worry about getting them completely straight. The body can switch to the right place a little bit. Okay. If there's any last stretches or movements that you need today, go ahead and take it now. And then when you're ready, you can prepare or find your way to Shavasana. If anybody here with me needs anything to make their Shavasana more comfortable or pleasurable, please let me know. And then get comfy, relaxing the body down. Feeling connected to your mat. And just let go. Go into your Shavasana with lightness, with an open heart, and a non-judgmental mind. I will guide you back shortly. Start bringing your awareness back to your body by deepening your breath. You can start to wiggle your fingers and toes and maybe stretch your arms above your head, like a nice good morning stretch. Any little movements to wake up the body. And when you're ready, find a fetal position, rolling onto your right side, your dominant side, waking up your body. Think about your intention if you set one. Just remind yourself. Notice how you feel. And then slowly rise up whenever you're ready, coming into a comfortable seated position. We're going to rest our hands in our lap with our left hand on top of our right and our thumbs together. And just place the palms right in front of the navel. Take a moment to receive. And take a moment to thank yourself for taking this time out for you to be present in the moment, to strengthen not only the mind but the body, and to be at peace with yourself. Let's inhale and bring our hands to our heart, give ourselves some love to help us through the rest of our week. Let's bring our hands to prayer and bow our heads. And I thank you all so much for joining me this morning and allowing me to guide you in this practice. The light within me honors and cherishes the light within you all. Namaste.